Is it some devil that crawls inside of you?
How many times do you shake your dick after you piss?
I hardly shake it. I mean, you know, like how you're done pissing and you like clench and you kind of squirt the last remains out. Kind of do that just over the bowl as much as I can, and then I'll just like do a little whap.
I can still hear the toilet running in here.
But a lot of times, I am think I'm done peeing, and then I pull up my pants and walk away, and then I realize like I just still kind of pissed.
You just fucking all the fucking time. I feel like that's now that I'm older, I just turn into a fucking like incontinent old man, dude. I can't imagine how my dad is. Well, my dad's probably fine. He's a fucking stud, but I can't imagine like.
I would like to see your dad like one of these days, because it was a trip seeing your mom last time.
I was just with him before we showed up.
Oh really?
Yeah, he had to go, but yeah, I had to ask him for money because I'm a fucking broke bitch.
I feel you.
Yeah. Well, folks, welcome back to the Bad Etiquette podcast, and please we'll give a warm welcome to returning guest and dear friend of mine, Kale Nickelson.
How's it going, baby?
Hey, beautiful. Welcome back.
Oh, thank you. Glad to be back.
I'm glad to have you.
It's been a long time.
Part of me, no, it hasn't.
I guess, but it's felt like a long time.
in the timeline of this podcast, it has been a long time, but yeah, fucking part of me is like anxious about having too many people back after they've been on.
Really? Why's that?
Well, because I don't want the audience to get bored, but also you have such an interesting personality and story, and we just have such a fucking solid connection that I think if people listen, they're going to go back and be like, wait, what the fuck? This is part 2. Where's part 1? So,
well, just recently, like Dylan, a bunch of other people were saying like, oh, I just got done listening to your guys' podcast, like the one that I was on. And then yesterday I was at the rec, and a couple of people were saying like, oh, what are you doing tomorrow? Like, oh, I'm gonna go on Dallas's podcast again.
Nice.
Like, really? Like, oh, that'd be cool. Like, you know?
Fuck yeah.
So yeah, I'm glad to be back. And I don't know, if the listeners thinks it's boring, well, I don't know.
If they think it's boring,
they're
idiots.
They can, yeah, I guess.
I mean, so far, you know.
I mean, a lot of people don't know me, and it's cool, but
well, I know you, and that's good enough. And
that's what I'm saying.
If they need to get to know you, just any warnings we should give people?
Warnings, like with meeting me, or what?
I'm literally just kidding. I'm just trying to fucking keep it alive here.
Sometimes I like to dig around, and some people take that too seriously. Sometimes people get like offended, or sometimes people
listen. If they're this far into the show, they've got their own head up their ass.
Well, I'm not tripping about whoever's listening to this show. I'm talking about like in real life. Like sometimes, like I like to gauge people because like I'll be at work and I'll bring up certain things.
You like to see what you can get away with.
Yeah, like I like to gauge them and see what they can handle, and how they react. Like will make me think like, oh, like I can hang out with this person, or me and this person can be friends.
Can't say this shit around this person.
So if I'm talking about like, I don't know, say like fucking Blumpkins or fucking, sometimes I'll bring up some fucked up shit, and then like how they react is like, you know, I'll be your friend or not.
I don't think that's unique. I think everyone's kind of like, oh, can my sense of humor survive with this person's attitude?
Or yeah, and could I be around this person, or like, oh, I should not fuck around with this person like this.
How do you know when you can't fuck around with someone?
Like if they're
like when's the last time you were around someone and you're like, ugh, God, this person can't take a fucking joke? Because I say some fucking twisted shit to all of my coworkers in some capacity, and they're very brave for putting up with me. So
I feel the same way. What's like a most recent example? Well, I thought I lost this one dude at work. I just started a new job like a couple months ago.
Okay.
So I mean, I waited a little bit to like really let myself, you know, go and like be myself around these people, because you know, sometimes with new people, you don't want to give them everything. You want to give them little doses, you know, like a drug dealer or something, you know.
I mean, I wouldn't know, but yeah.
Yeah, I thought I lost this dude, Pat. Like, he's really cool.
Yeah.
He's a cook, and he bitches a lot, and me and him like shoot the shit all the time. And I thought I lost him because my girlfriend sent me like old pictures because I got a new phone, and I lost everything on my old phone.
Oh man!
And I'm pretty upset about that.
I have a picture of your butt plug. If you need it back,
I know a few people have that picture.
I think Kylie has that picture.
Oh, that's
her wallpaper
awesome.
on her phone.
Is it?
No.
I was like,
got so
damn,
excited.
that'd be fucking cool.
Damn.
I guess. Well, it depends on what picture of the actual butt plug or it up my ass.
It up your ass.
Oh, that's yeah. I kind of wish I had that one back, but
I can airdrop
I kind of
it to
want
you
to.
right now.
I kind of want to go into the store because my phone's not. I got upset and I threw it, and like it kind of bent.
Ooh.
So black screen, it doesn't turn back on. So I don't mind spending like up to $300 just to have these fuckers fix it, just to have it turn on so I can get that stuff on my new phone because the memories and the videos I have on there are worth $300
They're priceless.
$400
yeah,
to
you
me.
could spend $400 to have all those.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So like fuck, I was thinking about it today. Like I have a video of me shoving my dick in a fan to where the blade stopped. Like
like a ceiling fan? You can get it up there?
No, like a fan that
Like
you
a little portable fan?
Yeah, a portable fan. And Garrett, Joey Moody, Dane, James was there, and I think one other person. I don't know, but I had Garrett or somebody film it.
Yeah.
And I don't know why I was doing that. I don't know. I was drunk. We're on a good one. And like, hey, I'm gonna stop this fan like with my dick. And they're like, kind of like whatever, like thought I was joking. So I did it with with my boxers over my dick, just to kind of like warm up, get some calluses going or whatever. And I went for it, and I'm limp, by the way, and the fan was only on mode 1, so it wasn't as fast, but I mean it's still like
leveling up.
Yeah, so
level
it's
up.
still kind of, it's scary nonetheless. So I go for it, and it goes like, I'm like, ah. So I keep going, and like, like I'm like easing into it, and they're just like, dude, just shove it in. Like, fucking no, you're not where I'm at right now. Like, you're not like in my head right now as I'm, you'll understand when you try it, fuckers. So I eased into it, and then eventually the fan was stopping a little bit, and in the video I'm like, hurry up, fuck, stop. And then I finally like got the blade to stop, and we're all just like, yeah. So that's a memory I want back, like on my phone.
The cherished memories, yeah.
Yeah. And there's a handful of other ones. There's like fucking like so.
Some people want pictures of their kids and like their spouses and like grandma on their phone to remember. You're like, no, I need the video of my dick in the fan.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even think I have that many pictures like that. I mean, granted, I don't have any kids, and if I want to see my grandma, I'll just fucking go see her. I guess I should take a picture of her soon before she dies. But I mean, not like she's almost dead, but she's getting up there. She's like 85 or something now.
Good for her.
So
what a badass.
She just was in the hospital for a couple weeks because she like broke like both her ankles just like walking.
Is she fat?
No.
Oh.
She's like this like fucking like.
I know she's not fat. I've known her since I was 11
She
years
was like,
old.
she looks the same. She was just kind of just like walking, and she just tripped on nothing and broke both her ankles. And she's one of those ladies that like, I don't want to bug anybody in my family. So she was just like on the ground for 2 hours, like dragging herself to the phone and just like waiting for someone to get off of work. And I'm like, we're all like, grandma, like, what the fuck? Like, you're not like a nuisance. Like, I don't know what she's got that like personality. Like, I don't want to bother
She comes
anybody.
from a tougher generation where she's like, I'm not a pussy like Kale and Luke were. I
guess. I don't know.
Shout out to your little brother, Luke.
Yeah. Fucking, I haven't talked to him in a while. He's over there in Iowa fucking being a track star and all this stuff.
I'm so proud of him. I'm so happy for him that he's like gotten a scholarship, right? Mm-hmm. Dude, that's so cool. I don't say this hardly ever, but if there's someone I wished or hope was listening to my podcast, it'd be your brother Luke.
Yeah, I mean,
I would love to like hang out and get to know like the athlete version of him, because when we were kids, like he was younger than us, he was kind of tagging along, and we're like, giving him a hard time typically, and we're both adults now, and he's like doing something for himself. That's really interesting.
Yeah, and I guess he made like the dean's list, which I don't know what that means, but I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I never made any. No, so
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he made like some sort of bad list.
yeah. Oh my god. If we can like recap on like 7th grade and stuff,
Dude,
like,
absolutely.
from last time,
So, for those of you who haven't listened to the first episode, me and Kayla were kind of chronicling our friendship up until about 7th grade, from how long we had known each other, and mind you, that was over 12 years ago. So that's half of our lives, and we haven't even scratched the surface in a way. Even though the majority, I think, of our friendship kind of happened before I moved. You know what I mean?
well, you were still in Napomo, I first met you, remember, in like 3rd grade, you had like the Ozzy Osbourne shirt on.
Dude, I know. It was the same exact one Ragdoll's wearing in the 9 Club episode.
I did watch that. I was
Dude.
pretty stoked when I saw that.
Oh my God.
And do people know what the 9 Club is?
Oh, you know what? I don't really care if they don't, but it's really,
Well, it's not.
really
It's
for
not.
my skateboarder friends.
This isn't for them.
Friends.
This is for people that know.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know,
if people are left out, sorry. Well,
when you're hearing words like Ozzy T-shirt, Ragdoll, 9 Club, let me describe to you. Ozzy Osbourne is about to die. And
Is
then,
he?
I think so. I'm so sad. I don't want to talk about it. We'll get there. Not yet.
Okay.
I texted Kylie and I was like, I don't think Ozzy's gonna die. I'm gonna be very depressed because my earliest music memory is Ozzy.
Really?
I was 3-4 years old, maybe 5, maybe I'm padding my own fucking history there, but was listening to Black Sabbath on a cassette tape on his Ozman Cometh like album that came out.
Okay.
And my mom, she used to always skip the first 2 tracks because they were Black Sabbath, the song, and War Pigs. And she was like, those are just too dark and too evil. I don't like them. And she'd always go to, I think it's Goodbye to Romance and then Crazy Train, or maybe vice versa. And those were like the Ozzy songs. And I used to always be like, well, what are those songs? Like, why do you go there? Like, she's like, okay. And she played it. She played the beginning of War Pigs. And it was the most like insane noise I've had ever heard in my entire life. I was like, oh, this is evil. Because I had like had an idea and like obviously heard music up until that point, but by no means could I name an artist by any stretch of the imagination.
Because how old were you?
Like no older than 5. 5 and
So that was like your first like
stretching.
music
Absolutely.
that you listened to.
Absolutely. I was like, oh, and then identified. So he means a lot to me. But anyways, so Ragdoll is a professional skateboarder. That is a nickname that he had got. Just, people get fucking nicknames in skateboarding and they get them. So
I actually, because I haven't watched the whole thing, but
I won't tell
when
you.
when he got to that part, it was just basically he was just like eating shit all the time, and how he fell was just like basically a rag doll, and that's how he got his.
I used to fall like that on purpose when we were kids because he was my favorite skater, and I used to just fucking fall like a.
It is. Excuse me, burping. I like to say shit when I'm burping or sneezing.
Yeah, well. My show, when I burp, I say for Hannah afterwards because of Hannah.
I've never asked you what that is.
So when I went down to San Diego at Dan Garrett and Daniels,
Mm-hmm.
we recorded a podcast, and fucking Hannah kept burping.
Who's Hannah?
Hannah is my other girlfriend.
Oh, okay. Okay, like
not
you.
really, but really.
Okay, like your girlfriend over there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, no, it's Kylie's friend who is by default now my friend, and now we have this goddamn awful 3-way relationship. I'm just kidding. But anyways, we were just down there.
That can be fun at times.
She
I
was
guess.
no, I want to punch her in the head. I'm just kidding. Actually, you know what? Yeah, she's not listening to this, and she does not listen to the show. And you're
Talk
the
shit.
You're the 4th or 5th person in a row to bring her that has now brought up the subject of who is she. So. What the fuck, Hannah? Anyways, she was just burping, and I just made like a joke, like, okay, cool, burp. If you burp
Okay,
for
like
Hannah.
little inside burp joke for
And
for
it's
you and Hannah.
For like the longtime listeners, they totally know. Like I've had some people show up, and they're like, I know burps for Hannah, and I'm like, okay,
Cool.
it was kind of random, but yeah. So Ragdoll is a professional skateboarder. His real name's Anthony Scalamari, and the 9 Club is a skateboarding podcast. There's maybe not even 5 skateboarding podcasts. that
I don't know of
can
any
name.
other ones.
I know Jamie Thomas had one, Thrill of It All, for like 2 months, and for whatever reason, he didn't stick with it.
There is like time involved. I mean, like, who's the main dude?
Chris Roberts.
Yeah, I mean, like, Do you ever see him skate or do anything like that?
Well, no,
He's always on the podcast doing that stuff. So I mean, like Jamie Thomas is probably like, oh, I can do this stuff, but at the same time, like I'm busy doing other shit, like actually skating.
Listen,
not
I'm
really
not
shitting
trying-
on Chris
I'm not-
Roberts, but you know,
I'm not trying
shitting
to
on Chris
quiz
Roberts.
Jamie Thomas's podcasting. He's like 40 something. I don't care.
Yeah,
But fuck you, Hannah. I love you. I'm just kidding. It just sounded so harsh after I said it. I regretted it.
yeah.
Fucking Jamie Thomas. The more I listen to the Nine Club, the more I'm thinking like I think Jamie Thomas is a piece of shit.
Dude, you know what? I've always kind of like thought that. I got that vibe from him.
It's so weird because like.
Or he's a strict.
Maybe like he's
like
like
strict. I don't think that makes sense, but like he's strict.
He's
like
he's a man about his own fucking rules type of thing.
Yeah, which I can respect on some level, but sometimes you know,
Fucking love
if I see him as like a business, like you know, dude, you have a lot of turnover. You know, if you're not wearing like all black and skating handrails and like listen to fucking the Misfits or something, like you're not on the team.
It's weird. So he definitely has like a brand in a corner of the market, and the videos he puts out still have the same camera work, and they still look like a Zero video.
Yeah,
you could watch the most recent one, Damn It All, and you could watch, what's the fucking the one before New Blood? What's that one called?
Before New Blood.
Yeah, fuck. It's right here. What is it called? Fuck. It's literally right next to me.
I thought that was Thrill of It All. No. Dying to Live.
Dying to Live. So you could watch Dying to Live, which came out like 2002, and then you could watch Damn It All, and it still looks like they're filmed in the same year.
Yeah, like he keeps that
same
look.
Yeah,
and I like that look a lot.
I like it too, but I gotta fucking. You know what? Yeah, I'm not even gonna argue because Baker came out with Baker 4, and I hated the way it looked.
Can we talk about that?
Please, I would love to. So yeah.
So Baker 4, if like people don't understand, like, you know, Baker 3 was kind of like a pinnacle.
What's Baker? What's Baker?
Baker is a skate company, a skateboard brand, and it's basically was run by, you know, like kind of the scummier side of like skaters, you know, like
do you want me to
partying, drugs, and
I'll
like
give the
all that
background,
stuff.
and then you tell me what you think about Baker 4.
Okay, yeah, do your thing.
Okay, listen, folks. Baker Skateboards is an iconic skateboarding brand. You've probably seen it anywhere and everywhere on some fucking skate rat. And they had this epic video come out in 2004, 2005-ish, maybe 2003, called Baker 3. And it never had a follow-up sequel video, Baker 4, you know, logically, until last year, 2019.
Granted, they did have a lot more videos, you know, like the Shake John, and then
so they had
Baker
they
has a
had
Death Wish
videos,
and shit like that.
They had those videos in between. So this
Yeah.
is the way I feel. Before we
Bake and Destroy.
Bake and Destroy. That's what I'm saying. Bake and Destroy was Baker 4. They named it the wrong thing. Because it's not Baker 4. I'm looking at Baker 4, and it's a different thing. It's not a sequel to Baker 3. It's a whole new thing.
Yeah, I think Bake and Destroy was Baker 4. I mean, it should have been.
Like to
I
me,
thought it was better.
It's just has the wrong name. Like spiritually, it's Bake and Destroy is Baker 4. Period. If you think Baker 4 is like, oh yeah, the follow up to Baker 3, you're so off.
It was pretty not. Yeah, my vocabulary and my way of speaking the English language isn't that good. I can't think of words off the spot sometimes, but it was much to be desired.
Yeah, it left
like
a lot to be desired. Yeah.
I was just kind of like, you know, I was like watching everybody else's part, and I'm just like, they are better than this, you know? Like this is, I'm not saying it wasn't awesome, but I liked Dustin Dolan's part because he is a crusty old fucking man that, you know, gnarly alcoholic, and he's like, I'm surprised he can even like walk without a cane at this point, and he's still eating shit and doing, because there's skaters out there that are as old as him and still are, you know, nimble and stuff like that, but he's not, you know, like his style of skating was jumping down huge shit all the time. Granted, Reynolds was too, but he's on this like gnarly vegan like exercise, and I don't think Dustin Dolan was doing that. I mean, he still drinks like a lot, but
oh Jesus.
Oh,
Oh, I forgot to plug my laptop in. Keep going. Keep talking.
But yeah, it was just cool to see like this dude still can put down, because like obviously, you know, he's not doing like the gnarlier shit that he was doing like 10 years ago or whatever, obviously, but he still put it down. I liked his song, you know.
What was the song?
I have no clue.
I don't remember. I'd have to look it up right now,
but it was really cool. He was still, you know, going for it. He's still, you know, he can still eat shit and not like just explode, you know.
It broke my heart. The fucking thing broke my heart.
Really?
The Baker 4 broke my heart because I had to watch the people. When we were kids, Figgy was an am on Birdhouse, and he was
the
like,
beginning video.
You know, yeah, exactly. And so to see him have the last part and have like the like, what do you call it? The fucking the part that sticks out the most, the standout part, at the end, and he's like the big like gnarly like pro, and he's like getting to the eventual point where Dustin and Drew and Eric Ellington, everyone has gotten, fucking breaks my heart. I'm so old. This person, like, to me, to watch these pro skaters that I fucking worshiped growing up, like, put
Starting
it down,
to get,
and then watching them to get old and then not skate. Not even
you can like see them changing.
I don't care if they don't skate as well, but to not like go out and, you know, Reynolds said one time, he was like, I'm not just gonna go out and put like a pivot to fakie on a bank type part. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go for it until I can't. But then he did. He put it like he did, you know, and I get it. Maybe he changed his mind, changed a heart, but I was so sold on like, fuck yeah, Reynolds is gonna put it down until he can't, and then he's not gonna fuck around. And but I don't know. It just, I hate that he like teased us with like a little like 10 stair frontside flip. I'm like, come on, what the fuck?
Yeah, but you know,
and I'm literally just being a
sure
bitter
he's
little
like,
brat because I can't do that.
Well, what is he, like 45 or something?
No, he's like maybe 40, maybe 41. I don't know.
He's older than that.
No fucking way. Let's Google how fucking old is Andrew Reynolds. What's your guess?
My guess is like 44.
Andrew Reynolds.
He's 45. I bet you.
Age. Look, it's the most searched topic because they're like, this guy's old. He's 41.
41?
Yeah.
Well, then that's bullshit. He should have been.
It was just like 3 years. Like,
fuck that.
No,
he should have been.
3 years.
He should have been fucking cartwheeling over 20 stairs and shit.
Anyways.
Like, I don't. You know.
It just, listen, I had no idea that when I watched Stay Gold, that was going to be the last part or the last video for a lot of my favorite skaters to really throw shit down. Herman had 2 parts in that, and then he didn't really have much. You know what? Actually, I gotta fucking dial it back. You know what part I was the most upset about seeing?
Let me guess. Hold on.
Yeah.
Looking in your eyes. Let's see here. Fuck it. I don't know who.
Nuge.
Oh,
He dropped in and ollied on something in a clip I saw fucking years ago. Where was Nuge's part? I know he had knee surgery. I know he was fucked up. But what, like, are you kidding me? I was so fucking bummed. I need a Nuge part.
but like knee surgery, like okay, but like since like Baker 3 and like all these like shake junt stuff, it's like you have like 3 or 4 years. Granted, I don't know how gnarly it is because I remember like a long time ago he's already had knee surgeries.
Yeah,
he has a dead person's like knee bones.
Yeah, he has
in his
a
knee.
cadaver in his leg.
So I mean, you know, I was talking shit. You know, it's kind of, we don't know nothing about that. But
I don't.
I was pretty. You know, he ollied over a bench. He nose bonked a rail. But you know what? What made up for it?
Sammy
Baka's
Dude,
part.
Holy shit! Have you been in my bathroom?
No.
I've had that Sammy Baka poster since I was.
Well, hold
before
on.
I knew who that was.
Let me guess. Let me guess what it is.
Okay.
I remember in your old house.
Mm-hmm.
He was going down that skinny like little wall onto a rail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He like essentially slappied it or roll on 50. I guess some people.
Yeah.
call it
Before
slapping.
that was like because everybody's doing that now, like a trendy little. You know.
I hate that the tricks that I would be like frowned upon for doing back in the day are now like hip, and I'm still not getting cool credit for it. They're still like, I don't know.
You know, no
you still suck.
Yeah, nobody cares.
Yeah.
But
Dude,
no.
Seriously, I want to skate with you so badly because you are still like so fucking talented. on a skateboard. This is one of the weirdest things. I have this with a couple friends of mine, you and Chris Navarro, primarily. You guys have such amazing styles and trick selections. Like, I just want to watch videos of my friends skate.
Yeah.
Like you do, like you fucking really put it down, and I love the way you skate.
Yeah, and it's been bumming me out because I haven't been skating that much. Like, I literally, like, I skated a little bit yesterday. I skated, like, last week. And then I skated the week before. So I kind of skate, like, maybe once a week now. Which is kind of, like...
more than I skate.
It's kind of depressing a little bit. Because, like, I always think about it. Like, I always, like, know, like, dude, like, I could do these things. Like, I can relearn how to do these things. And it, like, give me, like, a flat bar somewhere for a week. And I'll get, like, all my shit back, you know? But it's just, like, one of those things, like... You start to lose, like, your confidence a little bit when you stop doing something for a long time. Like, same, like, I haven't painted in a long time. I haven't, you know.
Hate you for not painting.
But you know what? I still owe Kylie a picture or, like, a painting.
You owe her one? Why? I don't remember.
Because at Matt's birthday barbecue, she wanted me to paint her something as, like, a Christmas gift. I told her, like, I would.
Oh, you should paint her.
Her?
Yeah. Just fucking... yeah.
Like her, like, behind, like, a fruit bowl or something, or, like, what are you talking about?
Or just a painting of her fruit bowl.
Of her fruit bowl.
Anyways,
But yeah,
banana?
but yeah, I owe her like a painting.
All right.
Which
well,
I did trace something because I knew I was gonna be here soon.
Oh yeah.
So I'm like, damn it, dude. Like, I would like to give him that when I come here, but it just didn't happen.
To be honest, this happens every time I have one of my skateboarding friends over. I could stop this right now and say fuck this and go skate with you. You know what I mean?
What's funny? Like, I was actually was gonna pull in to the skate park and dick around on the quarter pipe a little bit before I came over here.
Oh man.
But you know, I lagged getting up. I went and got food.
Yeah.
So, dicks. Oh, fuck. So I didn't do that. But I mean, whatever. Like, you know, we can always do that whenever.
Well, that's what we say, but then we never do it. So it's
so hard for me to, because, like, you know, I'm a server and stuff, and our busiest days are on the weekends.
Oh,
so we need
tips.
We need the weekend shifts. So, and guess what? All my friends are off on the weekends, or, like, most of them want to be off on the weekends. Yep. So it's kind of like, hey, I'm off on Monday, and they're like, oh, well, I work. I'm like,
see,
cool. So now I have to, like, you know, the only people I can really skate with are people that, you know, rarely don't work on Mondays or just don't work in general.
I know, you have
which
to
is
skate
like
fucking losers.
Not like a whole lot of people, you know.
I don't want to skate with people who don't have jobs. That shit's a bummer.
I mean, I guess, unless they're like, I don't know, that's their own thing. But I mean, like, sometimes I get kind of, like, bitter about that stuff. Like, fuck, dude, like these guys are fucking shredding their asses off, and they're getting so good.
I know what you're talking about.
But they're like, don't have no work ethic, or they don't have, like, I'm not gonna name anybody, but I mean, like, it seems that you know.
Tell me after.
I'm not even trying to say that, like, I'm really, you know, I'm just kind of like, it's more like I'm jealous. Like, I wish that I could keep doing what they're doing and, like, keep being better and, like, keep my skill level where it used to be, but I can't because I work all the time. And it's kind of sucks because I don't need to work all the time.
Yeah. Like,
my mom doesn't ask me of anything. I'm still with her, like, at her house. You know, like, I'm done paying off my car. Like, so it's like, I just spend so much fucking money on, like, say, like, food or, like, alcohol or something like that, or, like, gas. And
I dare you to quit drinking. I save so much money. That's literally, out of everything, the thing I liked the most was all the money I had from not drinking. I'm such a fucking, like, a
I've been wanting to dial it back
person.
as far as like ass. Oh, excuse me. As far as, like, going to the bars, because
I don't fucking do that.
Like, I don't even know how much this little fucking bottle of Bombay was, but it wasn't fucking $50 tab. You know, that sometimes I end up with.
God, dude, I've left the bar tipping on $100 tabs and like, fuck me, dude. How did I do that?
Yeah.
How did I spend what took me 6 hours to make in 2 hours or 3 hours?
Yeah.
When I think about it in terms of how long it took me to make the money and how quickly it's gone and how...
Yeah. Like I've been fucking up on like saving my money lately. It kind of sucks. Like sometimes, you know, you just want to do shit when you're off. You know, like, yes, it's a day off. I just got paid. I'm going to fucking, you know, splurge. And then, you know, in the middle of the pay period goes and you're like, fuck, I don't have any money. So now I have to pretty much like, you know, bum it until I get paid again. And then this
You're
is a
not
cycle.
the only one, dude.
And I think that's most people, but it just sucks because I used to not do that. But granted, at that time, like, dude, all I needed was like a sack of weed, a skateboard, and that was it. I fucking worked at Jack in the Box.
God
like,
bless. Dude, isn't it weird how like you'll be in like maybe what sounds like a less than fortunate situation, like maybe you just, you know, worked at Jack in the Box, or maybe like just, but you needed a sack of weed and a skateboard to be happy type of thing. You know what I mean?
way simpler.
It's so fucking cool. I think about when I worked at Walgreens, like 3 or 4 years ago now. Oh Jesus, I'm getting old.
So like how many jobs have you had?
Since I was 15, maybe 8 jobs. I worked at UPS. I worked at 2 skate shops. I worked at Walgreens. I worked at Starbucks. I worked at the skate factory making skateboards.
Fucking shit, Hannah.
And then the hotel, 5, 6, and then the Christmas tree lot. About 8 jobs.
Okay, I think I probably. So I was Jack in the Box, and then a huge hiatus of working, and then
Nice.
I literally went back to Jack in the Box for 3 days when I started working again, because I was like, kept in contact with the manager. Mm-hmm. So it's like a little layup job because I really needed to get back to work. But 3 days, there's this dude that I worked with that worked at Motel 6, and that no. The first job I did before that, I after when I first started at Jack in the Box, I went to the sushi restaurant in Napomo, and I was probably there for like literally 10 days. I write on my resume that it's like 6 months or 5 months or something like that, but it was like 10 days, and it was cool, dude. But just like fucking Korean, dude, I can go on about Korean people and like working for them, and like fucking hell, like Did you ever see on Instagram the party that we threw at Yanagi's?
Yeah. Okay, Kylie showed that to me. She had to show it to me. I didn't even know what the fuck happened. What the hell was that about?
We got off track, but this is a cooler track to go on.
Yeah, I don't care about tracks.
Yeah, fuck them. My girlfriend calls it rabbit trailing. You're rabbit trailing. I'm like, whatever, fuck it.
What is she, fucking 100? That sounds like something your grandma would say.
Fucking shit. She's gonna get all pissed at you now.
I mean, if she can figure out how to listen to this with her archaic ass, I'm proud of her.
That's hilarious because she's listened to the last one.
Which was the last one?
The last one that we had.
Oh, yeah. It probably took her all the fucking 9 months it's been since you've been on to figure it out.
Oh, this is hilarious. Love you. What was I talking about? Yeah, so, I worked at Yanagi's for 2 years.
Yeah.
I still kind of am working there. I haven't been there in 3 weeks. This is gonna be the 4th week.
I wish I could do that.
But
sounds nice.
I worked only 1 day a week. So at this point, like, I don't care. Like my other job, like I pretty much work there almost full time now, and it's a lot better. Kinda. It still has its bullshit, but anyway. So I worked at Yanagi's for like 2 years. We haven't had a manager there in like 8 months. Like he quit.
Nice.
So then the owner, who really was never even there all the time, like is now running the show. Mm-hmm. And it's just been a shit show since then. Like we will fucking on my phone that I broke. I have videos of me getting my pants ripped off, like after work, like still at work.
So set the scene. You guys threw a party at Yanagi? Like
yeah, well, I was just kind of like explaining like how that like happened in general.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So there's basically no structure there. Uh-huh. Like, me, Miko, Fat Pile Crew, mm-hmm. fucking CJ, even Gus was working there at one point. Jason, like a whole bunch of people.
Nice. That's gnarly. I had no idea.
It's like pretty much Fat Pile.
You took the place over.
Yeah, pretty
Which
much.
is so funny. I used
they
to
still
skate.
have a Fat Pile sticker like near like the fucking. And it was funny. I used to, on my fucking little pussy art.
Yeah.
Like I drew like a lot of vaginas, and I hid it. They're still hidden around the store like right now. Like
No way.
they're like, there's some in like server areas where like no customer could see, but there are certain places where
There's a
and
pussy
they're not
drawing.
obvious, but like there are pussy drawings like around.
I used to do.
If anyone goes to San Nagi's and you go to the bathroom, when you walk in straight ahead, you're gonna see curtains, and you walk out or you walk through those curtains where the bathroom. You look straight up on the ceiling and you'll see a pussy like taped to the ceiling.
Taped to the ceiling.
Yeah, because like
I cut this lady's pussy out and I taped it to the
drawing.
Oh, it's a drawing. Okay. Thank God
Because
it's not a
the
psycho.
walls are like close enough so you can do like the put your feet and hands on the wall and you can like hop up
Shimmy up it.
And I did it and then I just taped it to the ceiling and
That's some fucking classic like graffiti artist.
and it was funny because there's this girl there, like fucking raunchy fucking like old tweaker chick.
There's one at every job.
I
love
told
them.
her about it, and like I have a video of her like looking for them. Like she's like looking under like our fake plants and shit, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" Like, I'm looking for the vaginas. I'm like, "Fucking," because I told her like, "I'll give you like $5 if you can find like all like there's like 6 vagina drawings or
Damn,
whatever."
how bad does she need $5? What a
I don't know. I was just kind of fucking with her, but so yeah, basically, there's no structure there. There's no manager. We can basically do whatever we want. Like Miko has hired people, and like he's asked us like, "Hey, are you guys cool with me hiring this person?" And we're like, "Cool." Yes. We'll drink on the job. Once it's busy, we'll like line up like a whole row of tequila shots. We'll call over the dishwasher or whoever. Even the owner, Charles, will be like, "Charles, you want to have a shot?" He's like, "No, just don't drink too much, goddammit. Like fucking, you need to come here tomorrow.
Is he Italian?
No, I tried to sound Korean
I
right
know.
now.
I'm just fucking with you. It also sounded
like,
Korean.
They kind of sound like they like
Who's
like
they?
Korean people. Like sometimes, like I mean, older.
He looks right. He says Korean people. You
Like
fucking-
older Korean people. Like they kind of talk like they have a stuffy nose like this.
Okay.
Bigger problem. Fucking that's like one of his like catchphrases. Like, "Oh, a big problem, He would say some fucking funny shit. Like we have to try not to like laugh in his face all the time. And we still do, it's like fuck him. No, dude, like we kind of ran that place. Like we still kind of do. Cause he like asked us for advice. Like he's like one of those people, the owner that would ask us like, "Hey, where can I get these paper towels?" Kale, yeah. Oh, he calls me Kera. Yeah, Kera. Where could I get the CO2 for the fucking soda machine or some shit? I'm like, motherfucker, like I don't know.
He's
Look it up.
asking you. He wants to know. He's being colloquial, and he wants to enrich his fucking environment by communicating with one of his.
And I don't
employees.
mind that.
Apparently,
But I mean, but when you're running a business, I would hope you would know where to buy napkins.
oh,
it just
you mean
kinda-
like for the business.
Yes.
like he's not just like, hey,
No,
I
he's
like,
not.
I need
no,
cottonelle at my
no,
house.
no, yeah, like not his own personal like crap. It's like made for the restaurant. And I'm like,
Sometimes you gotta
no.
learn.
Well, whatever. It's not my job to know where all that shit is. Like, figure it
I
out.
promise, if you just say things he says in your normal voice, I'll imagine a Korean accent, so you don't have to look so pained when you're doing it.
Oh, fuck. He just pisses me off, dude. Like that place, like I am like literally like happier now since I'm not there. Like
You know what?
sometimes
That's good,
I
though.
would be drinking all the time there. Like
Maybe that's why you weren't happy.
I don't know. Maybe it just kept me from not fucking lighting the place on fire. Like I don't know. But
I feel like you still managed to light some things on fire.
the fucking outlet's caught on fire because the owner doesn't keep up on his shit. And like
Listen,
you know.
fucker. I love that, but I still need you to tell me how you guys ended up having a party in Yanagi's.
Yeah,
and skating
sometimes
on the fucking-
I give people like a big like build up to what they're asking me. a little too much. I like to give him like 58 fucking examples of whatever. So granted, this place is not organized. So it was a Tuesday, and the sushi guy that used to work there would just kind of like let us, because what you're supposed to do is everyone's supposed to leave. The sushi guy locks the door behind him. We all go home, and we were still there, dividing our tips or whatever. And he comes up like, and it was funny because they were smoking weed like in the restaurant area, and the sushi guy just comes up and he's like, "Cool, can I leave?" And we're like, I don't care. He's like, "Yeah, have fun." He just left us like there.
Oh shit.
So, I went and cooked on the teppan. I made sushi and shit for like a couple of my friends. Bruno was there. Matt Oliver was there. I think Gus was there the first time. I think Mika was there too. I don't know. So that was the first time we did that. We cleaned up. Everything was cool. We did it another time. Then the last time is where like Miko created like a party of it. So that's what happened.
Okay.
So I'd even worked that day, and he calls me that, before 9 or whatever, before they close, like, "Hey, do you still want to cook for us at the Teppan or whatever?" Like I invited like a lot of Fat Pal crew, and like, even Juanita came and my girlfriend. And we went there, and they bought like a shitload of food, like linguiça, and we'd even cook their food. I used their like their vegetables and stuff, but that stuff's cheap. Like fuck them. It's not like I cooked like a shitload of their fillets or anything. So we brought our own food, made tacos. I was floating around. That was the first time I actually was doing like fire, because the first times I didn't do like the fire explosion
like the
thing.
walk and everything.
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
But like before you start, like they do a huge little fire explosion thing.
Yeah.
And I hadn't done that the first two
okay.
times, so I'm like, fuck, like, so I just they told me how to do it. I'm like, all right, let's see what happens. Put oil, put the vodka, like trailed it to a big puddle of vodka, lit one side of it, and then I just like grabbed the vodka little bottle they have, and I sprayed the little one and like dragged it towards the big one, and that's what they kind of do.
Oh, what a trip.
So I was doing that, made a shitload of food for everybody, and everyone's just drinking, having a good old time. And then after like the food was almost done, people start skating, because that's what you do, I guess, when you start, drinking a lot and have food in your stomach, like, you're just want to skate or whatever. So we started skating flat ground, like we moved to chairs and tables. We just went back and forth, just doing like flat ground tricks. And I don't know who fucking jumped on the sushi bar first. I don't know who.
Yeah.
I don't know who did that, but somebody did. So then we started skating off the sushi bar, and I was able to like do a little like nose stall slide thing like on the top of it.
I remember.
And then people were doing like kick flips off of it. Bruno did like a nollie big spin, like
I remember that too.
Cool shit was going down, and it was so fucking fun. And fuck, I'll tell you that later.
Fuck, write it down so you don't forget.
Hold on, I'll write it to you. It'll be a little inside.
No, dude, I fucking love Bruno and the way he skates. I can't wait to skate with him. He looks so much like he skates so much like the way I like to skate and want to skate. He's a man after my own heart. I totally didn't like understand his sense of humor, and I didn't really know him. And he used to just comment "pussy" on my like posts on fucking Facebook and stuff. And I was like, "Who the fuck? Fuck you, dude! I don't even know who the fuck you are. You're not calling me a pussy." So I blocked him.
He likes talking shit.
I know, but I do too. And
do you know what's funny? Have you seen my Bruno tattoo?
The pussy one?
Yeah.
No, but I know that everyone has one. And once I found out that, I was like, "Oh, I'm an asshole." So Bruno is a pussy. See? Fuck it. I love Bruno. Dude, every time
because
one of us is skating and we're not skating together, I'm bummed. I love Bruno.
Yeah.
Bruno, if you're listening to this, I can't wait to skate. And also, thank you for listening.
He's not listening. He's a fag. And that's not a homophobic fag either. He's just fucking whack sometimes. But I love him. He's kind of like a family member.
Hey, maybe you'll...
but anyway,
okay.
So, but yeah, Matt started that thing because we were in our buddy's
now I feel like
little
even more of an
little drug shed. We called it the trap house or whatever. He started. Someone has a tattoo gun. I don't know what the fuck, and he wrote "Bruno is a pussy" on his leg.
That's funny.
And like right on the top of his like calf or whatever. Not calf. What is that? Fucking
Thigh.
Yeah. It's Bombay.
Let's see that.
Yeah, and I had a picture of it on my phone, and I had Peanut like try to make it as similar to it. But it was a funny story about that. Fuck. After Matt did that, I sent it to Bruno. And he was like laughing or whatever, and then the next day he's like, "You think this is a game?" And he had Matt and Kale, or Kale and Matt are pussies on his leg.
So
like,
he tattooed it on his leg after you.
After Matt started that shit, then he's like, "You think this is a game?" And then he got Matt and Kale are pussies on his leg.
That's fucking hilarious.
And then after I got this Misfits tattoo, I asked Peanut like, "Hey, like, can you do fucking Bruno's a pussy real quick, like on my leg?" And he's like, "Yeah." And then he did that real quick, and then started showing around Unagi crew, and then the Five Power crew has this. Our friends are pussies, like fucking Miko has like CJ and Gus are pussies, and Gus has like Miko's a pussy, I think, and I think CJ or somebody has a big one in their leg that like Miko, Gus, and Scotty are pussies or something.
That's hilarious.
And it's supposed to be. You're supposed to keep it going.
That's beautiful.
It's a cool little friendship thing. But so yeah, if you haven't read that yet,
I've read that.
You read it already.
I read it.
All right, cool.
Nice.
That was pretty fun. Like yeah, it was pretty cool. But when we were done doing that,
This is where I relate to you a lot. The things that are
when
not
we were
said.
when I was done doing that, we came back and they were still skating off the sushi bar and shit. And I thought we were done. So me and Juanita left before everybody. And you know what? I made it a point we scrubbed the ground. We got all the skate marks off.
Yeah.
I tried to clean off the sushi bar. When I left, like I thought it was all going to be chill. Like everybody was going to leave pretty soon. I remember pissing in the sushi bar area with Miko. Like in the drain, like pretty much like all over the ground.
Okay, thank God. I was like, you know how many people I know eat there?
Well, fuck, they should know. Like,
They should.
you know, I mean, it's piss. It goes away in like fucking.
Anyways.
Yeah. So we did that, and we left, and I worked that next morning. So I was like, kind of like, I wasn't even really thinking about it because I was thinking like, oh, all right, nothing's gonna be broken. There might be something, whatever. But when I got there, like everyone's kind of looking at me, and I'm like, or the Mexican cook, he's like, what the fuck? What happened? I'm like, what do you mean what happened? I walked out and I looked over, the fucking sushi bar glass is broken.
Oh no.
And like they're looking at me like, what the fuck happened? And I kind of like froze up, like I didn't own up to it. Like I wasn't there. I wasn't there.
Which was true.
I was there, but like not when
it
this
broke?
shit happened.
Yeah.
Like I left when everything was intact. So, but not just that, I guess CJ or,
Whomever.
whoever unplugged the security cameras after the fact though.
Oh.
So there's almost like no point in doing that.
Yeah. Too little, too late.
But I mean, who knew like how old that system was? So maybe like he thought like, oh, if they take it out, it would
it'll-
fuck everything up, and they can't find the tape or whatever. But the thing is, the owners can see it through their phone.
Yeah, I
So,
bet. I know
so
how
I
that
think
goes.
I think that kind of fucked everything up with that plan. So that's what they were really upset about, is that the sushi guy, who's really cool by the way, had to fucking, instead of prepping for the day, like doing his regular job, he had to fucking figure out like clean up all this glass, fucking like replug in like all like the security stuff and figure all that shit out.
Oh,
Like
it'd be so
they weren't
pristine.
even able to open in the morning.
Oh, you guys are assholes.
They are assholes. I wasn't doing anything. I didn't do that. So, but
You're culpable, bitch. If
No,
there was
yeah.
a court case, they'd be like, and you'd be subpoenaed.
I would go to jail too, but probably not as long. But anyway, so they sent me home. I was like, oh, come back later on. I'm like, all right. So that was a whole ordeal, because I guess the rumor is that, you know what sake bombs are?
Yeah.
So sometimes the sushi bar dude, he does sake bombs like on top of the sushi glass.
Yeah.
which you're not supposed to do. But
really,
because if it will break if you do it too hard.
I've only done a sake bomb on a sushi glass area.
They're not supposed to do that though.
No, I think that's exactly what they're supposed to do.
Well, maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But Miko did it way too hard, I guess.
Okay.
He fucking hit it and it fucking broke.
Well, okay.
So,
okay, that's weird. Explain to me. How did he make a sake bomb break something? Maybe I don't know what a sake bomb is.
Well, obviously, a half mug of beer,
yeah.
Chopsticks on the top, and then a shot of sake on the top.
Yeah.
And you hit the ground, and then it falls in, and you eat it.
Oh, you hit the ground.
Oh, you hit the table for it until it falls in, and then you hit it.
Oh, okay. Mine was done a little differently. I feel like there was almost like something pulled, and then all the sticks broke, and then all the shots went in. The only time I've ever done a sake bomb was underage at a sushi bar, maybe around here in Lompoc, but maybe not.
So yeah, what we do, and that's so cool because what's cool about Sabria, Unagi's, the Pismo one doesn't do that. They don't do sake bombs.
They're too upscale looking. I feel like
they're like more like if it's not a corporate thing, but they're more, uppity, and they're run more efficiently, not by a fucking stupid spoiled Korean dude like my owner, because his family's rich and he's not. He's kind of just like the baby.
I'm gonna point out that I don't think his nationality matters, but for the sake of story,
whatever. I'm not. I can say that, dude. White people are worse than anybody on this earth. So it's like whatever.
Shut the fuck up. I'm not trying to get you to qualify your racial commentary. I'm just saying.
Whatever. I thought you were.
Folks, I also don't mind. I'm just fucking.
Well, Kale's talking shit.
I'll be damned if you're more racist than me on my own show, is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. All right. I don't want to steal your thunder. Anyhow.
It's actually lightning bolts.
And then what's funny? Nobody got fired for that.
Well, fucking, apparently it sounds like they needed you. I don't know how they didn't. Fuck you. I'm so mad.
Well, the thing is, they don't put anything on Craigslist on hiring people. They ask us hey, hire more people and shit.
That's beautiful though. I think that's how business should be ran, because
it is.
You get people breaking glass in their own. Stop burping. You burp more than me. How do you do that? That's amazing. What's in Bombay Sapphire that makes it fucking come out like that?
I guess just alcohol in general, I guess. Makes you bloated and fucking... I don't know. But, so yeah, nobody got fired. We all thought that the sushi guy was going to get fired. And it sucks. His name's Jin. And I actually know his real fucking name. What is it again?
Jin works. Let's keep it Jin so he's not in trouble.
Jin Oo.
Okay.
If you're listening, Jin Oo, which I know you're not, I love you.
Cute.
I'll find him one day. Looks like a fucking pedophile. But yeah, we'd always drink with him and stuff. And he just, as much shit I'm talking about this place, the people that work there are awesome. The sushi guys do a really good job. And, the food is amazing. Same with the Teppon chefs, everyone does their job. It's just how it's ran. It's really stupid. And it's not ran correctly. But yeah, so we thought he was gonna get fired. And I actually felt bad about that. I was like, "Fuck, dude!" He let us get away with this stuff, and we kind of screwed. We went too far, and we're gonna get this dude in trouble. Which he wasn't even gonna get fired. He's one of those people that
Okay, never mind.
I guess I've gotten this vibe in sushi restaurants where they don't really work there that long. They kind of go from restaurant to restaurant to restaurant. They're kind of like nomads a little bit.
Okay.
And that's where he was. He told him oh, I'm just a nomad. Sometimes I'll be over in Bakersfield. Sometimes I'll be over here. Sometimes I guess he's in more Monterey now, I guess. That's the rumor. But he was already over it. That's why he stopped giving a fuck, started drinking with us, started,
Fuck yeah.
Who cares? Just dicking around. So he was already over it. So yeah, that's kind of what happened.
Nice, dude. Well, fucking...
It was fun.
That's a fucking... I was so jealous when I saw that, because I was like, this is exactly the kind of thing I would like to be doing with friends, but I don't have a group of friends or a core of friends where I could even like go do that shit with. You know what I mean?
Well, most people don't.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. There's totally like you have to have a friend group of skateboarders to do that. Well, what are you doing now?
Me?
Yeah. What do you do to occupy your time now when you skate once a week and don't work at Yanagi's?
Like what? My other job?
Just whatever do you do in general, fucker?
Dude, I'm really just working right now. I just kind of bust my ass. I just started working at a new spot over in Pismo, and you know, me and like how I do, you know, how my work ethic goes. Like I try to just bust my ass for a long period of time before I start asking for days off or vacations or
kind of earn it.
All this shit. Yeah, like all these other
foundation.
people that I work with that hardly work and like, oh, it's like my dad's birthday. Like, can you cover my shift? Like, I'm not gonna do that. You know, like fuck my dad's birthday. Like, you know, I'm working. Fuck, you know, like Christmas. Like, I'm sorry, I'm working.
I think I've worked
and it infuriates my girlfriend too because like, you know, she's really into, or she takes holidays really seriously because she likes holidays. Who doesn't like holidays? But
yeah, true.
me, I've kind of like, you know, like, fuck it. I've always worked holidays. I've always worked,
Me too.
especially working in a Korean restaurant for 2 years. Ass. Always worked on Christmas Eve, New Year's, Halloween, Thanksgiving. I always did that.
I've worked the majority of those holidays, usually every year.
And like, I don't really care about the holidays too much anymore because all my family like moved away.
Okay.
So
that's a bummer.
And then, you know, and the family that's still here is me, my grandma, and my aunt and uncle. And my aunt and uncle, like their grandkids moved away with my cousins. So they want to go spend time with them because
So
like, you know, my cousin and their family aren't really financially stable enough to like fly over to California, like, you know, and that's just the way it is. And I don't want to fly like all the way to fucking Indiana during the winter.
What do you work so hard for? Is there some sort of goal you have in mind that you're trying to reach right now?
I don't know. Not really. I mean, like, I just think, you know, like you should have, you know, money. I mean, eventually I want to like move out of my mom's house or something like that. Or if we like move somewhere else, I want to be able to help her out with like a mortgage because I fucking miss a yard, dude. Like, I'm sick of.
Don't even talk about it. Me too. You had a bigger yard than me growing up, but I still had a yard in the front and back.
Do you know what's funny? Off topic.
Yeah.
Remember when you had like a bunch of a fuck ton of snails in your backyard, and you would pull them apart? Like, look, they're fucking. And we would look at the snail.
They used to fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and you would see the snail dicks, and they're fucking long.
They used to have like, oh god, I'm gonna throw up thinking about it. So I was
have some Bombay, you won't throw up.
I'll throw up when I'm being strangled at the gym later. I used to be a sadistic little kid, and I used to like collect snails and like kill them because I fucking was almost a serial killer apparently.
I was the same way. I did the same thing with lizards. Well, no, my neighbor kids, my neighbor friends.
Oh yeah,
and I
from the first episode.
Yeah, that. And I took part, but like I always felt bad. Like it hurt my soul a little bit. I never liked to cut. I don't think I ever did cut a lizard's head off.
Oh man!
But I definitely shot them and killed them with like a BB gun or something. But like,
part of me feels like to a degree that's normal. You know what I mean? Like it's not a good thing, but it's still a normal thing.
But I can shoot something.
Like a kid with a BB gun, like shooting at things, kind of fucked up. Especially like when I think about nowadays, like I would never kill an animal that I wasn't going to eat. That just it doesn't make sense. But unless
it's trying to attack you.
You know what I mean, though.
Yeah.
Like with the exception of something outside of my self defense and eating, like I wouldn't fucking kill an animal. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't even like. Really,
I mean, I'd set up some mouse traps. I'd set up some fucking rat traps.
I still feel bad about killing like mammals. I don't really care about bugs or fish.
I don't know if I've ever killed a mammal. Are birds mammals? I've shot a bird before.
I don't know. Are feathers fur?
No, because
I don't think so.
Wait, is it avian?
It's a fucking mammal. I think it's a fucking mammal.
No,
I think we're astounding retarded right now.
They lay eggs, you stupid fuck. They're not a mammal.
Well, fucking women have eggs. They're just really tiny.
They're also not fucking.
They don't lay them, but we
lay them. We lay ladies and we fertilize they. No, like, but that's what I'm saying. We fucking. I think the only mammal that lays eggs is a platypus.
Yeah.
That doesn't sound right. I probably have that wrong. Anyways.
Well, I mean, women have eggs, but and it stays in there, and then we come in it.
Wait, fucker.
What?
Do you think you killed mammals?
No, I never. No, I remember. You know what? I killed a gopher once because my grandpa said it's okay.
I've shot some gophers with a BB gun before. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not even real people.
But like I was, shooting them with a BB gun is different. But like when you like take the time to saw off this lizard's head and then put it on the spike of the fence, that's like kind of a little different, don't you think?
I hope not. I did that a lot as a kid.
Well,
I'm just kidding. You know what?
We all did shit. We all did fucked up shit. What were we even talking about? Yeah, the snails in your backyard.
God,
you would pull them apart, and they'd have these like kind of. I'm not saying they had girthy dicks, but like
no, they weren't dicks, dude. They literally looked like I'm gonna throw up. I might literally throw up because I fucking hate this shit so much. We have to change the subject because the thought like look of snails right now, or even the word, makes me want to throw up because of the smells that used to come from like killing snails and all the nasty like guts and stuff.
Oh, it's bringing back
as a kid. Yeah, I'm gonna throw up right now.
But granted, it would be kind of funny if you did throw up right now.
I threw up on my year anniversary episode.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I woke up, I had coffee, put a bunch of MCT oil in it, and then Jonathan Lopez, the engineers of the show, J-Lo, had wine for me. He was like, oh yeah, celebrate your anniversary. I brought some wine. So I drank one fucking glass of wine, and like an hour into the episode, I went and threw up like hard fucking core. Like
after the episode?
No, like in the middle of the episode. I had to pause.
Oh,
and,
like
use the
sorry, I
bathroom,
need to go puke.
And I threw up, dude. It was fucking. So any of you are wondering or wanted.
The last time I threw up from drinking alcohol was a few weeks ago because I
How old are you?
A few weeks ago.
No, so how old are you?
Oh, 25.
I heard you. I want to know how old you are. It's a new question. Okay.
I infuse habanero with mezcal, and I make these mixed drinks at my house.
I like mezcal.
It's way better than fucking tequila. If you drink tequila, just switch to mezcal. It's better. I have not had a hangover since I've switched to drinking gin. That's a kind of cool. That's a kind of a cool conversation because.
Okay. Yeah.
Switching to gin, rum.
Stop doing that.
Oh, sorry. Oh yeah.
Love you.
I'll show you. Motherfucker, I forgot what I was
Switching to gin.
Yeah. So I stopped drinking tequila. I stopped drinking whiskey.
Really?
I switched to gin, mezcal, or rum, or you know what? Like fuck rum, vodka. Mm-hmm. But gin and mezcal, it's kind of hard to get mezcal because most bars don't have mezcal.
Yeah.
Unless they're like fancy and it's like,
oh, this is gin.
Yeah. So since I switched to that shit, X.
God, dude.
This makes me burp. Sorry. I have not had a hangover in a long time.
That's good.
Because I guess.
I mean, is it though?
Well, I mean, like.
He said.
I don't know. I guess that's a philosophical question. I don't know.
Because you're still drinking a lot of alcohol. That can't be good for you.
It's not, I guess. But I mean, I was thinking about the other day, like I'm not an alcoholic by any means. And, I'm functioning and I just drink, during the later hours of the night or the day, around like 8 o'clock or whatever. I'm not sitting in bed by myself, like in the morning, like drinking and not being active. Like that's,
I will say that other than the mention of like the bar tabs being expensive and shit, I don't think I'm an alcoholic because I've never sacrificed my financial security for alcohol in a moment. I'm not doing too hot with the old finances right now. My ass is nice and bloody with the money falling out of it and shit, and had to ask the old papa for the fucking.
Which you have to do sometimes, but fuck it,
Yeah. So but.
I still ask my mom to fill up my car every once in a while.
That's so sweet. Thank you, Mom. My mom would never do that. She's like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
She's like, why don't you fill my truck up too while you're at it? She fucking. What was I going? Oh yeah, I would never trade financial security for the alcohol, and I could definitely be doing that right now. Like I said alcohol. Sorry. I don't know, dude. I think once I realized how much money I was spending when I was drinking, and realized like, oh, I could have this money for other things. Mm-hmm. I was like, fuck this.
Yeah.
So
I guess I just have like an addictive. I don't think it's more like a alcoholic problem. Like I think that's something. That's kind of something I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
Was like addictive. Like addictive like personalities. You know, like how. Like some people, like with me personally, like, cause I got sober when I was like 20. Like I quit smoking weed.
That's so funny that you said you got sober at 20.
Yeah. But when I turned 21, like I went to the liquor store and I got like a tall can. But I always fucking I hate beer. Like I don't hate it. Cause we went and played pool last night and they only have beer. I had a Lagunitas. I had a couple of them.
Nice.
So I will drink it if it's the only thing there. But like, do I go out on my time and get a beer? Like I could have got a beer before I came here, but I got fucking whatever this 200 milliliter thing of Bombay instead of a beer. You know, like that's I don't like beer.
One more time. Do you like beer?
No.
Okay.
So when I was 21, yeah, granted, I bought beer, but I hardly ever finished the tall boy. Because like everyone's smoking weed around me, I'm like, oh, I guess I'll have a beer or something since I can. Because you're 21, fucking buy alcohol, fucker, pussy. But I stopped for a while after that. So like 20 to 22, like and even till this day, I still don't smoke weed.
Really?
No, I don't smoke weed. I haven't smoked weed since I was 20. I'm 25 now.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I remember being a teenager going to the rec before it was anything. It was still just like maybe like that metal ledge in the middle.
Yeah.
And you and Matt were like high as fuck, and maybe even like had done ecstasy before that. I don't even know.
We did that a couple times.
And
you know?
I was so sad and uncomfortable because I never smoked weed or drank for
Don't you have like a straight edge tattoo or something?
I have a tattoo of a straight edge razor, and I jokingly said, "Oh, it's my straight edge tattoo," but I had already started drinking by the time I got this. Yeah, or I think I drank the month I got this.
I would get a straight edge razor tattoo because my grandpa. I don't know if you remember my old bathroom in my old house, like the straight edge razors that he would, you know, because that. But I'm no, even if I like didn't drink or smoke, I would never say like I'm a straight edge. I'm like, I fucking just don't want to. No.
Yeah, no, it drives me nuts. I try to convince my friend Angel all the time to like not associate with it. I'm always like, I just don't. I try to like plant the seeds of doubt. Like, see, I could never, because he's straight edge. Yeah, and he's never done anything, and I honestly
and that's
like, a lot of props
you know what,
and
that's cool. Like if you don't like it, like that's awesome. Don't. It's not good for you. You know, it's not. It creates fucking problems, like not for yourself, but with other people around you. Like it's if you can, you know, it's cool. But I personally just have, even when I was like first got sober, I always was looking for something. I keep fucking banging this fucking table. Sorry. Like when I got sober, I felt like I was getting in more trouble than I was when I was actually smoking weed or like doing pills or drinking a lot.
What would you do,
dude?
Getting in trouble?
I never got in trouble like with the law. Like I never got caught for the shit I was doing. But dude, I remember one day, like me and like a couple of my friends, you know, Matt and like a few other people, we like broke into a school bus like in the parking lot of Nipomo High School, and we like stole, like we would go around and steal like fire extinguishers and like would just spray each other with them.
What? I've always wanted to fucking
and this all happened in this night. So let me just tell you about this night.
Okay.
So we did that. It was a night of debauchery, what I was calling it that night. And we did that. We went around, and the car was still my mom's car at this point. Like I took over my mom's car and I finished painting off or whatever for her. I don't get any credit from that, but you know, whatever.
Wham! Shut the fuck up.
I don't need credit. Fuck it. What did I talk about? So we went around, and it was trash day, and everyone's fucking trash cans are out in the middle of the street. So I'm like going, and I'm like, dink, 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 just being that asshole, just fucking up everyone's fucking trash cans. And, you know, going around and fucking blowing shit up. Like, I blew up a few, like my dad got like these illegal mortars from whoever he got it from, and we would blow up people's mailboxes and
gnarly
stuff like that. I have like old videos of it. Fuck, dude, that's why I want my phone fixed, because I have all these things.
I have all these things. Dude, see, maybe it's a good thing I moved, because I would be right there with you, blowing mailboxes up and fucking knocking trash cans over. Like, we were very fucking close to just being some sort of like CKY abortion.
Well, the thing was that we kind of grew up on that shit, and we wanted to do things like that.
Well, I mean, think about the shit. Do you remember there was one moment, there's this part of the Birdhouse Skateboards video at the beginning, where I think Matt Ball and Sean Eaton are like punching each other.
That was awesome.
And we used to just fucking grab each other and punch each other. Obviously, I was bigger and I'd win, and you'd be like, okay, Dallas, stop, you fat fuck. But
well, I mean, fucking anybody can like, okay, well, ooh, big man, just get on me, and fucking I can't do anything. Oh, you stand up, you fucking pussy.
Because we were just imitating them, or like Ali Boulala just puking on shit and like fucking
Those were so fucking fun. But yeah, like that's, you know, even like the fucked up neighbor kids I was next to, we always did shit like that. We put shit in the middle of the road so like cars wouldn't pass by, and we just like laugh at them and like in the house.
Dude.
I remember this fucking one, this isn't really that has anything to do with this, but I remember I shit in a bag and we would throw it at the neighbor's house. We would fuck with the neighbor's house.
What kind of bag?
Like a fucking
plastic, like a sandwich baggie?
No, like a paper bag, like, you know, you get for lunch in like 6th grade or some shit. Yeah. We would fuck with these, but like they were across the street from their house, not across the street from my house.
Okay, so it was adjacent kind of, or it was like diagonal.
Yeah, close enough though. And we would always fuck with her, and just because they said like, oh, she's crazy, let's go fuck with her, and we're like, okay. And we would always fuck with her house. And I remember like I shit, or somebody shit. I think I shit in the bag, and then I was gonna throw it at the house, and I grabbed the shit bag, and I, for some reason, instead of just throwing like a normal, like, I don't know, like a baseball player or whatever, like I spun around, was swinging around to throw it. But as I was spinning around, the shit had like leaked through the bag, and it fucking broke out of the bag, and it hit my brother right on the chest. Like right on his neck, just fucking.
The neck, chest, the fucking,
like, yeah, the right dead center fucking clavicle, whatever the fuck you want to, whatever you talk, whatever you fucking want to call that part of your body. Oh my god, it was so. And he cried and he ran home, and I think I got spanked that day. I don't remember, but that was so fucking funny. And my brother would even admit to that too. Like that's one of the only things.
That's what I want to talk.
That's one of the only stupid things that happened that he will admit to.
I can't,
because he cannot doubt that, because that happened.
You can't. Yeah, remember when your brother shit on your chest?
There was this one, huh? Oh yeah. I didn't, you know.
Essentially shit on his chest.
There's one thing that he will not admit to, and Garrett, if you're listening, you can like, you know, be a witness to this. I remember we were like we were 13 or whatever. Or me and Garrett were 13, and we'd go in my computer room and we'd all like watch porn together, like you know, friends. This is what friends do. We go take turns jerking off in the bathroom. This is what friends do.
This is true.
So we would do that, and I remember it was me, Garrett, my brother at my house. Nobody was there, like my parents. And me and Garrett were skating or doing something, and my brother comes out, was like, "Hey, I found an awesome video," like, you know, porn. Because whenever we found like a good porn, we would share it with the friends, and we would, you know, have a little sleepover.
That's so cute. That's beautiful.
And he said he found something cool, like a hot chick or whatever, and we went over there, like, all right, and the scene was like at a bar. There was this like redhead chick with like a red dress or something, and she was sitting at the bar. And like, look, she has big tits or whatever. Like, okay, let's see this. And I remember we ordered pizza. So there's like the pizza guy was like knocking on the door as we're looking at this shit. So Luke went to go pay for the pizza. But as we're watching the video, the dude like turns the chick around, pulls up the skirt, and she has this giant dick. And this dude just starts sucking it.
No!
And I'm like, Luke, you fucking fag, or like whatever. And he comes back with the pizza, like, what happened? And we're like giving him shit, you know, like, fuck you, like all this stuff. And he's like, what happened? Like, look at this shit. And he's like, oh, I didn't know that was there. Like, I didn't watch that part yet. Like, whatever, you fucking queer, like all this stuff. You know, we're like 13. And he will not admit to that to this day, even though me and Garrett fucking, I don't think me and him like came to him like, you know, like a what do you call it when someone's in your family?
Intervention?
Yeah. Like no one like ever sat him down like, Luke, we're worried about you. You need to understand that this is what happened. It was a long time ago. It's okay. It's fine. But this is what happened.
He was probably just embarrassed and doesn't want to.
I'm sure he is, but like fucking, I mean, you know.
You know how many times I've been watching a video, halfway through the video, and all of a sudden the chick has a dick. You know what you do? You just fucking bite down, you squint a little, and you get over it.
Well, yeah, like, you know, when you're watching porn, you get like these suggestive videos, and like all of a sudden, like you see like some dude fucking another dude. I'm like, God damn it, you know. But that's just what happens.
Why'd I favorite that?
You just kind of like, you're just like, fuck, and then you just keep scrolling looking for whatever you're looking for. That's how it goes.
I hate that.
It's fucking annoying, but you know, whatever.
We've been watching porn too long. I gotta tell you that, like,
I think I have been doing that too.
When I like
another like a little addiction thing,
porn, dude. No, seriously, I think I need to have like I think I just need to have like a filter on every like ounce of my everything, just to like stop having like sexuality around me. Someone was talking about it. I think it was
well,
Andrew Schultz was on Whitney Cummings' podcast. There's these comedians, and they were talking about boundaries and why boundaries are good, and like how like, oh, don't piss in front of your like, or like get changed in front of your significant other. Like start having like moments of like boundaries and like privacy, and then everything's not so like raunchy and you're not so desensitized to it. And I think I'm just like so fucking desensitized because of all the like sexual content and shit. Every time I'm just literally like walking up to Kylie or her friends and I'm like, hey, how you doing? Just right in the butthole, you know. Just fucking like, just I'm too used to fucking.
I'm always groping my lady, like always like sticking my finger down her crack and like fucking with her and like smelling my finger, and she's like, stop,
dude,
stop.
It's we have a fucking problem. I think we need to have interventions for us about porn.
Well, like,
I'm just speaking for you because I know you.
Well, do you remember those like old like celebrity rehabs, like the sex addict thing?
Yeah, you know.
With like who's the dude?
Oz?
Who's the dude that I think it was like a Dr. Phil thing. I don't know. There was like a sex addict like episode, and these people, you know, were married, but they just can't stop fucking people, like, you know, all these things. Right. I'm not saying that at that point. I'm definitely not, but like, fucking shit.
Do you think you have a sexual addiction?
No, I think I'm just like you said, like desensitized.
Is that your phone?
It is my fucking phone. I'm about to fucking. I'm trying not to be rude and like look at my shit.
Turn her down or whatever. Give it her a little. Is that an iPhone?
I don't even know who this. Yeah, it is an iPhone.
I just had to judge you if it wasn't. That's all.
I'm not a fucking droid, fucking person. But yeah, like I would like to be at that point where you get excited when you see like your girlfriend's like tits or something, or like
well, let's be
or
real.
like
I
something like that.
Still get
I mean, I do,
period.
because you know, like I am attracted to my girlfriend, but like, you know, I would like to be. It's just hard for me to come. God damn it! Like let me just get straight to the point. Like I'm jerking off too much. I'm watching porn too much. So when I'm fucking my girlfriend, like sometimes, you know, like I'm glad that I'm not like a 2-pump chump. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, because no girl likes that. But I've like with my relationship now and like other people I've been with, they're like what? Like what's wrong? Like you're not coming. Like is it me? Like what's
you're
going
like,
on?
I'm sorry, I need you to choke me. There needs to be a clown at the door knocking. I need a camera, and I need to have at least 2 to 3 fingers in each of our asses. I can't do it unless I do that.
You know, like sometimes it's just like I really have to be in the mood. Like I really need to be like horny to like, you know, maybe I'll get to that point.
Do you think it's because you jack off too much? And then once you
I mean, I'm a one a day kind of guy.
Oh, wow.
So it's
men's one a day?
You know, one a day. Every once to, you know, maybe, you know, sometimes like in the morning when I wake up, and sometimes before I go to bed. So 1 or 2 times kind of dude. But if I'm hanging out with like say my girlfriend or something, I try not to jerk off as much.
That's amazing. I would have never guessed that.
Well, because I like to come, but like sometimes it doesn't happen because I'm so desensitized, and it's just like, like it just kind of sucks. And I think it like makes this complex with girls that like, oh, he's not coming. Like like, does he think I'm not hot, or is he not fucking like into it?
Yeah,
Like,
how do we tell women? It's like, no, I just have been in the pits of the internet, and they've completely drowned my senses with boobies and butts and dildos and farts
like
and
I can
shit.
see like when I watch, like sometimes I notice like when I watch porn or something, it's like, like this isn't even like whatever. Like,
This, I think you should be able to just open Pornhub, click on the first video you see, and that should be perfect. But it's not, because it's just like, I hate
fuck Pornhub.
Well, whatever.
I'm gonna
site.
say that.
Okay, whatever. Why?
Why?
But do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How it should be so easy.
Like, why? You want to know?
Yeah, I do, but we'll get there. But fucking, do you like? I wish that I could just go to like any site, just be like, first video, perfect. 2 hot naked people fucking. I don't care if it's real or fake, whatever. Now it's like, oh, it needs to be amateur. I'm like, no, there needs to be at least like blonde or something, or like, why does it have to be like so many just like little categories? I hate that I have like a fucking criteria, and it's like,
well, so you have things that you're into.
but who cares? I should just be into fucking. It should just be that.
Yeah,
It's so stupid.
I mean, it was so.
Because then you try to talk to girls. You're
It
like,
was so-
what are you into? And they're like, oh, I like when someone listens to me when I talk, and I can. Tell
I mean,
stories
about
to
how
them.
do you like getting fucked?
And they're
what do you?
oh, I love the way you do it. I'm like, fuck, God, I hate the way I do it to say I hate it, so I can hate myself a little more.
With me, like,
It's not true.
like,
but-
dude, like, lady, just sit there and let me do everything. God damn it, you don't have to do nothing. Like, because a lot of times, like, when they start doing something, like, it just like turns me off. So that's why I'm like, I'm always.
So
I like to be in
you
charge.
just want to like rape someone?
No. That's like the opposite, actually. Because the second I feel like someone's not enjoying their time, it's like, oh, this sucks.
Oh yeah, no. If I get the notion that it's not,
It's like getting old, or like it's like you're not pleasing them. It's kind of like, well, what am I? Because I'm not that kind of person. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, you can be making no noise and no fucking reaction, and you can just sit there and shut the fuck up and have me, like, no. Like, I've had situations where it's been like awkward silence as I'm fucking them. It's like totally like no.
just queefs every few seconds.
No,
Like,
and and like the person was like, "Oh, I'm just quiet." I'm like, "You suck." Like you're not. Like, I'm not like a.
that's when they can feel bad about themselves, when they're not expressing it themselves sexually when you're having sex.
I don't know. I just feel like I have to be careful what I'm talking about.
What about probably. What about Pornhub? Do you hate? What's wrong with Pornhub?
Dude, it's like one of the main porn sites. It's the main
it's
porn
the
site.
Facebook of porn.
It's probably the Instagram of porn at this point, because like Facebook, no
Why
one
don't
cares
you like
about.
Pornhub?
Because the
Sorry.
fucking, because when I'm watching it, an ad pops up that's saying like, oh, you got like 12 fucking viruses. If you don't download this app, it's gonna fuck up your phone, and all these fucking bullshit. Like, there's these pop-ups that pop up on it because it's like a huge website, so obviously there's people fucking with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but every time I go on X videos, I never get an ad. Yes. Yes, that is why I go on there, because I've never had an ad. Granted, they don't have the most up-to-date shit.
True.
As Pornhub. That's why I will go back to Pornhub, like, oh, let's see what's new.
Yeah.
But like,
But X videos is classic rock, exactly what I want.
yeah,
Me
like
too.
this is
I'm
like,
not getting
yeah,
any-
and they still will get the new shit, but like not as quick. But like, and I'm starting to sound like I'm a porn connoisseur or some shit. Like, I don't
we
know.
really are. Think
I
about
kinda
think
am.
about the first time you looked at porn, whether it be a magazine or what. How old were you?
Fuck, dude. I met Garrett. I mean, I remember
How are we not?
like porn magazines,
Yeah.
but like porn, like,
anything,
oh, porn magazines.
anything.
Dude, I've been like,
How old? were
ever
you
since
first time?
I was a little kid, I was
Yeah.
always like interested in like boobs
Dude, fuck yeah. I
and
remember
like things like
I
that.
was taking out the trash yesterday. Dude, I was taking out the trash yesterday, and the smell of the trash reminded me of a childhood memory that it was around Valentine's Day too. So it was like super weird because this just happened like right around Valentine's Day. and I took the trash out. When I was a kid in my dad's old apartment complex, there was like this Valentine's Day box. You know how that you get the cards and you like give people their Valentines and like
Yeah.
you know, like you do the Valentine's exchange in class or whatever.
Yeah.
There was this one, but it was like an adult one, and it just had this box, and it was just pictures of like boobs and shit, just naked ladies and stuff, and it was by the dumpster, and it had fallen out of someone's trash, and it was probably fucking covered in like stranger cum for all I know.
Fucking dude.
And it would, and I remember I used to just have it there, and I would hide it by the trash, and I used to go by the trash can and look at it and like not masturbate, but I would be like touching myself, or I'd like rub it on
I think we talked about this, like, not this, like, but I remember like we were talking about on the last podcast about like us like first starting to masturbate and like
I
things
had to
like
have
that.
been like 6 years old. I don't even know. This is something like I just remembered that I like, oh fuck, I haven't thought about that in forever.
That's so cool. Like when you like,
That's so
like
cool.
well, no, like a smell or like a scene that you're looking at
I'm
can
so
just
glad
like.
the dumpster reminded me of my twisted masturbatory habits at 6 years old. I'm fucking psyched, bro. I did
Fucking
that
Hillary.
6 or 7.
Oh fuck, dude! Every time like someone talks about Hillary Clinton, like I already get the first thing that pops in my head because there was a naked photo of her. It was fake, obviously.
A deep fake back in the day.
Yeah, and that was going around.
I remember
in
you
seventh
showing it
grade.
to me. Yeah.
Yeah,
You
but
sent it to me probably. I was like, hell yeah.
I didn't, dude. I got lucky being sent those pictures. Like I never got the gold. I never found the gold. I never got to send it to anybody. Like I was just always
Dude,
like,
you remember when girls used to send nudes and then a dude would send it to all the like dudes in school and everyone would be like, oh shit, I got Sarah's tits on my phone.
and it was like the best thing ever.
It was the best thing ever.
Yeah. Fucking. Now I don't.
And now
like,
they
what?
like
Do you think
literally-
kids like even
girls-
give a fuck about that anymore?
I don't even know, but like it's so funny. Girls like sell pictures of them. They're like them naked and shit now, and they have like premium Snapchats or whatever. I wrote a joke down recently. I was like, "Fucking, hey, I'll be right there and buy your content and support your premium Snapchat."
I remember, yeah.
Just as soon as I get through all of this infinite number of free porn just like that on the internet. Just let me get through this first, and then maybe I'll give you some money about it. It's not gonna fucking happen.
Let me go find a porn star who's gonna get fucked that looks like you, and it'll be better than what you put, and I don't have to pay for it.
I fucking think. I mean, fucking, it's hilarious that people sell.
So why do you? So
Yeah, what?
why do you think men like to look at porn? Because like I got
so we don't.
I got an
rape
argument.
and pillage people.
Well,
people in
I
villages.
got an argument with my girlfriend because like she, you know, I told her like, you know, like yeah, I watch porn, and she kind of got upset, like, you know, as if like
She got upset. She is 100. Juanita, what the fuck? I have a whole.
Well, I
bottle
mean,
of
like
chill
she
pills
got upset because you know, like it's like more of like, oh, you're looking at other girls kind of thing, and but the thing is like, I want to have a discussion about like why men do that.
Well, why do you?
Because I understand why I do that, and I think most men understand why they want to look at porn, even when they're like married or in relationships. Like why we just do that.
Yeah.
And like any girls that are listening, like I want them to understand, like get our point of view, like
Okay.
why like guys have to do that. Because I'm sure a lot of people are wondering like why do like am I not enough? Like why is my man always watching porn? Like what? So I want to spread some knowledge and like have
fucking
them understand.
Drop some knowledge on these bitches.
Well, I'm having
I
a
mean that with
conversation with
all
you
love
because
and
like
respect.
I have my like, you know, it's because like,
What's your idea?
you know, because we love our women, obviously, like we're the people that we're with,
Of course.
you know, and we're not watching porn because they're not enough, like say like they don't satisfy us or anything like that. But like,
No, they're fucking. I can't get enough of them. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
like holy shit. I can't control myself most of the time around you, and then it's like over, and then in about 20 minutes, I'm ready to go again. You're more than enough. I'm fucking drowning over here, baby. What do you want me to do?
but like a lot, you know, like guys just, dude, I don't know, like we just need to come at all the time because like.
It's because we're young men. We have so much fucking. Go ahead.
Well, and how you said like, oh, you know, like we watch too much porn, like all this stuff, but like we are 25, 24 years old. We are like at this peak, and like 25 is like where like you are almost done like developing as a human being.
Damn. I was really
Now
hoping
it's
my
like,
dick
and
was
now
gonna
it's like,
get
and it's
bigger.
now it's like, you know, people say, oh, now it's 27 to 30 is where you like stop developing or whatever. So we are still like at the peak of like being a man.
Even you saying peak, I'm thinking of boobs
Yeah.
and peeking at them.
I'm thinking about
Peeking at
that.
some peaks.
I'm thinking of Beavis and Butthead where Butthead's like, Beavis, I saw the top of the mountain. Like, you know, when that chick was like washing his hair and she had huge tits or whatever.
I have seen the top of the mountain.
And it was, yeah. But it's like, you know, how I'm saying like, we need these things because we don't want to go out and fucking kill people or like fuck other girls or like do all these things. Like, we need this outlet a little bit. You know, we need our own little. We just need to come all the time. Like, that's what
Girls
I think.
do it too. They also need it too. It's not just
Yeah,
us.
and I think some of the girls that have a problem with their man watching porn is that they don't do the same thing, and so they don't really get our side of things. Because like it'd be cool. Like if my chick was always like, you know, fapping or whatever, like watching porn, like I would be like, cool. Now we can relate on another thing, you know, like it'd be
one more thing to bring us together.
yeah, one more thing just for us to bond over, and we can even like be fun, like watch it together and like shit like that. Like I've never done that with my girlfriend. Like it's not a no.
You don't either.
I don't do that. I think she just doesn't. That's just not her. She's a sophisticated woman, and
Which explains nothing considering she's dating you. So I'm still so
that
confused.
I mean that's true. But you know, just I have that.
You're about as
I
sophisticated
have that.
as
I have that thing about me. You know.
hemorrhoid. Yeah, it's your penis.
Speaking of that, I've been having problems.
Have you ever had a hemorrhoid?
Yeah. Have you ever had a hemorrhoid?
Yeah, I did powerlifting for a number of years, and now I do jujitsu, and I still lift weights, and I'm angry all the time, and I eat nothing but
Like
red
meats
meat.
and like.
Actually, that honestly, the red meat has been of no effect to my anus whatsoever. If anything, I piss out of my ass more.
Well, because that can cause diarrhea and stuff. But I mean, that's not bad for you.
Diarrhea? It's usually some
No, all the time.
dehydration.
Yeah, just drink a shitload of water, drink red meats and vegetables. I don't know why. Like,
Anyways,
we're getting.
what about your
we're-
hemorrhoid?
So
back to the important
sometimes when I
stuff,
have
your
like a
hemorrhoid.
boner, like sometimes it feels like I feel it in my prostate or something because it's in your asshole. So you can like mistake like a hemorrhoid for like prostate issues or something.
Oh, okay.
Because sometimes when I'll get a boner and like pissing, like I can have like a pain in my asshole or something. I'm like fuck, like, and I think of like prostate because I've done research on the prostate. That's why I even started
So-
that's why I started doing butt plug stuff in the first place. Because I thought it was that's a. I don't want to use the word, but progressive male act is to put shit in your ass, and it'll be good. It'll be good because like how many people have like erectile dysfunction and like prostate cancer, and a lot of it is because like your prostate isn't stimulated. So anybody that's listening to this can look up like how important prostate milking or stimulation is essential to you.
I listen.
And like fucking all the homophobic people like, oh, you look it in the ass, like go fuck yourself. No, look at the fucking research, and then fucking come back to me and tell me that all this bullshit.
I believe you. I can't believe it's called prostate milking though, and the idea of some sort of milk.
I think of
coming out
shit. Honestly, like, prostate, like milking my prostate, like, oh, you're just shitting on it. Like, there's no milk that comes out of the prostate, but like
I think they need to use a different term.
prostate massage or something. I've just heard prostate milking. Like I'm sure there's other terms or more new terms for that. Because when I think like, oh, I'm milking the prostate, like that makes me think that you're just shitting all over the. I don't know.
What's your go-to finger when you're fucking?
I don't use my finger. You know that I named my butt plug, right?
What'd you name it again?
I named it Dane. And Dane loves that.
Yes, of course he does.
I know he
I
does.
love Dane. I love Dane because no matter where we go, if we get kicked out, it's Dane's fault.
Yeah. I only have 2 butt plugs, and like the little red one, I named it Matt.
Oh,
And Matt was really.
I remember this.
Matt was
now.
stoked on that one. No, he wasn't stoked on it, but
I wasn't stoked on.
neither is Dane. But it is what it is. I don't know where Matt is, by the way, like the butt plug. And it was cool
Is
about
it in your ass?
No, I mean,
Have you ever skated with a butt plug in?
No, dude. Like I don't even like do that anymore. Because I remember
or skate.
kind of both, but like no, but more, but butt plugs for sure. Like I remember I tried to use Dane. I tried to use you, and and it hurt. Like I don't, I guess I was just forgot that
There was a time and a place.
there's, I just forgot the technique of how to do it properly or something, and it just fucking hurt like a bitch. I'm like, fuck this, and that's probably what started the hemorrhoid. Some just like trauma to my asshole,
Probably.
fucking tube, colon. But my mat one had a little suction cup at the end, so I liked throwing that around. I would get stuck on shit.
What?
Yeah, it was pretty funny. That's why, fuck, another
dude.
shit on my phone that it's just me.
Where's
like,
this phone? Do you have the?
I
broken
have it
phone?
in my fucking in my car.
Okay, where do you need to go to get it salvaged?
Probably just there's like a phone fix it place over in the mall in Santa Maria.
Dude, they're gonna get all your fucking dirty videos.
I don't give a fuck.
Oh, that's nice.
They can see them, but I want them.
They can see him, but I want.
Well, they're not gonna see that. I mean, I just need them to fix the phone so it will turn on. Because with iPhones, like they don't have like a card that you can just switch to your new phone and
Yeah,
like
they do.
It is.
I'll watch this. It's a SIM card right here.
What kind of phone is that?
iPhone 6.
I had that same one.
Wow.
Is that the SE?
No, it's a 6. SE is not a 6. Those are different. Jesus, I almost dropped it.
Oh, well.
I don't use this one. I use the 11, but I also have a SIM card in my 11. And this is a 6 here.
Well, I
even
mean,
my
the
new one has the fucking.
I mean, the
box.
fucking
Watch this.
fucking broad at the Verizon store says all this fucking bullshit.
Well, what are you listening to women for?
Oh, fucking.
I'm just kidding,
Because I feel
ladies.
like I have to, or else I get
That's
pissed.
beautiful. Okay, well, typically. All right. Yeah. Well, if you don't listen to anyone, they're gonna get mad. They're not gonna feel like they're being heard, dude. Okay, watch this. Where's this fucking thing at? Here it is. I'm about to blow your mind. That is, fucking SIM card. SIM card right there. Oh shit! I dropped it.
And what? And this has all your shit on it, right
Well,
here?
I don't have anything on this anymore, but that had all my shit on it. If you just go pop this sucker in your phone, take it out, put it in a new phone. Like, I bet if you grabbed your fucking SIM card, put it in this phone, it'd be on here. Try that. Maybe.
Well, I think she told me that because like this is like one of the newer phones. It's
Yeah.
it's like not the newest phone that's out because I think there's 11 now, but that's like a 10.
Yeah, that's a fucking pretty brand new one.
So, but the one I had is an SE.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Not
think
compatible.
I think there's like a difference because the SE is just too old to fit in my phone's pussy or something. Like I don't understand.
I know. So you can't get your old stuff into the new phone, but you can get your old phone SIM card and put it in this.
Oh, in your phone.
In this phone. This
And
is
then you could send all my shit to me.
Yeah,
is what you're saying.
Or what you could do is take the phone and send it yourself, so I'm not exposed to your fucking heathen ways. Or what I
Man,
mean?
you'll just see like what would you see? What would you see? I mean, the shit that I've talked about already, but you probably see like some dick pics of mine or whatever.
I've
But
seen
who
your
cares?
dick more than most of my friends.
Really?
Maybe.
I don't.
I think my friend Phil. I've seen his dick a lot. He's got a fucking piece on him.
I don't think I've seen like a lot of my friends' dicks. I don't think I have ever. I think I've seen. I don't know.
We could pull our dicks out, take a selfie, and then send it to the.
It's weird. Like I
interwebs.
never got blessed with like having someone like a friend of mine that like shows his dick all the time.
That's not a blessing. It's kind of.
Do you know what? That's funny because I did.
You are that friend. Though.
Before, yeah. Besides me, I always, show my friend my dick and ass and balls and shit. Like no one else does that to me.
Fluff it. I'm a grower, not a shower. I have to get a little freaking.
Dude, sometimes like my
little-
dick looks so small and it's funny, but sometimes I'm just like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Like I don't know what's going on. But then it finally gets warm and then there's blood in it and then I have a boner and
I know,
okay.
I know how penises work. Thank you.
Yeah.
I have one. Damn, that's disgusting. I don't want to hear about your fucking cock getting all hard.
Yeah, you do.
A little bit.
You sick fuck. You wanna? But where were we talking about?
I don't know. We're just fucking talking about penises and phones and dildos
I thought we were.
and butt
I
plugs.
thought we were talking about like addiction for a second.
Oh yeah, addiction. Well, yeah, okay. So we got way off lost in the weeds here, but
which is always fun.
yeah, it was always fun. Yeah, we were talking about addiction.
So yeah, so I quit drinking, quit smoking weed.
Mm-hmm.
I started occupying my time with doing bullshit, like going up on. I know Dana has, obviously every building has a roof,
Mm-hmm.
but on the cafeteria side, because me and you went there, there's a perfect flat surface, like a middle, like maybe a door or something, like on the top of it, that's like totally flat.
Uh-huh.
And we would go and huck golf balls off of these
nice.
buildings, and we would huck them like into the
Field?
into the houses across the street.
Oh shit!
And as soon as we like would hear like something break or really loud, then we'd leave.
Nice.
And I remember we were doing that at Dana, and we had just got back from the casino, and we were drinking and stuff. And me, Joseph, and Matt, and we just started like breaking a lot of shit, like in the hallways in the school. Just like they have these little pots and stuff, and I think Joseph was like more or less like breaking most of it. I don't think I broke anything. Hold on, well, let me show you something. Shit!
Bless you.
That's the funnest word to say when you sneeze.
Yeah, but you did sneeze all over my whole room now.
Whatever, I don't have the fucking coronavirus or whatever.
You probably do. We're working all those.
I'm not
Koreans.
Chinese.
Oh, fuck. Right.
Only Chinese people get it.
That's not true. It does not. It does not discriminate. Anyways,
It's a Chinese
you were
people.
breaking shit.
It's a yellow
at
drug.
Dana.
Yeah, so we're just breaking shit, and then the cops showed up when we were leaving.
Yeah.
So I chucked the golf club, and these people, or the cops, like pulled up, and like, "What are you guys doing?" And Joseph was like the guy who started our little, letting them know what we were doing. Like,
Yeah.
dude, like, we just came here to like sit on the grass, and I'm like, I need to take the wheel here.
Like sit
And
down.
I'm like, no, I mean, like, we used to come to the school. We just come in here to hang out, like just go on the monkey bars and just stick around, And it's like, have you guys been drinking or smoking? I'm like, no. And we've all been drinking, and, it's either like, we're going to go to jail right now if this guy doesn't buy our bullshit. And it's like, yeah, we just came, like, chill. We're just hanging out, just bored. And he's like, all right, well, you guys know you aren't supposed to be here, so get the fuck out of here. And they're like, all right, so we left.
Classic.
So that's one of the times where I really escaped, like maybe going to jail, because if they wanted to, like, keep us in the, keep us there and check the school
Drunk
and
in
like
public,
trespassing, vandalism, all this shit, then we probably would have went to jail, or something like that.
They'd make sex offenders out of both you and Joseph just on principle alone.
I guess, but I mean, my mom told me about this couple that got caught, or like somebody called the cops on them because they were having sex on the beach, like a married couple. They were just fucking on the beach, and the cops showed up, charged them, and they're like registered sex offenders now because they had sex on the beach. It's just because, like, oh, there could have been a kid that like walked up on you fucking, so now you have to have a criminal record.
Yeah, it's bullshit. I think
And like not just like a regular criminal record, like a DUI or something, like a sex offender. Like, you are on a list now.
I think if someone's a sex offender, you should be able to like read why they're on a list, because so many people get
can
such
do that.
bullshit.
Because I remember looking up on a site where you can see like where
Who the people around. That's so funny. I was just thinking about that because I was outside and there was all these kids running around, and I was like, dude, like, there isn't no one watching these fucking kids. I mean, no one watched us as kids, or at least me. Maybe your parents were kind of watching you, but like,
we had to like escape, like, so nobody was watching us as much, but like, because we were like always
obviously, listen to the fucking first episode of it.
Well, no one was watching.
Episode.
Yeah. There's some fucking, but but anyway, yeah. So I was just like getting, doing these random things because I was just so bored, and then, I think I was like maybe 22. I was still not drinking, and then I was 23. I remember my brother came home with a bottle of 1800
Yeah.
whiskey. I don't know. I mean, no, not whiskey. Tequila, whatever the fuck that is.
Okay.
That dude from the Goodfellas was on the commercial.
Yeah, Ray Liotta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I hardly ever drank. And I was talking to Matt in my kitchen, and I was taking shots of this whiskey or fucking tequila. I can't remember. But, and I remember just like having such a good time. Like the first time I ever like drank alcohol, because I used to always like when I smoked weed, I would always, you know, drink and smoke weed. I never just drank. Like I didn't like it. But this is the first time in like years that I actually enjoyed drinking without any other substance. And I remember like confessing like all kinds of fucked up shit to him. It was fucking funny. Like it was like, dude, like, you know, the classic drunk moments, like, dude, like you're fucking love you, man.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. Yeah. Let me tell you something. And that's when I kind of started drinking after that again.
Okay.
So started drinking hella whiskey, fucking just getting shit faced all the time. And I used to drink a lot of Bird Dog whiskey.
Oh, okay.
And it was like blackberry flavored. And I was the only one that bought it at the liquor store. We went through like bottles of that stuff. And every time I walked in, like, oh, Bird Dog. Wow. I'm like, yeah. Like, we're out. You got the last one like yesterday or whatever. I'm like, fuck. So that's when I started drinking again. But there was still like, I didn't drink all that much though. Hold on, I skipped something. Okay. So before I started drinking, I had this little hooker phase.
Hooker phase?
Hooker phase.
Like prostitute?
Yes.
What?
Yes. Because this was before.
Were you a hooker?
No.
Okay.
Before I started drinking again, I was still sober, and my cousin, for my 22nd birthday, he had suggested like, hey, I can get you a stripper. We can go to the strip club, or I can get you a prostitute. And I was so like, I waited too long, so he's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
You missed your chance. So my 23rd birthday comes around, and it's like, we could do the same thing.
Oh, shit.
And I'm like, you know, like, what's the point of going to a strip club and just having somebody like rub their ass all over you, and then you know, whatever, like, fuck it, okay, a pussy or something, you know. And he gave me like $150 or something. Like, here you go. Like, he sent me the link, or he didn't send me a link. He just showed me like what to do. And I was at his house, like, well, how do you get a hooker? And he like types like 2 things on his laptop, and like, here we are.
Oh,
like he had a link, he had it minimized or something like on his fucking computer.
Oh, he has like a bookmarked hooker page.
It was just so fast. I was like, it had, you know.
He had to have already.
And yeah.
He's like, I know these girls.
And it was on Backpage, and there was all these like ads. Like if you just go to Backpage and you went to the, it's not around anymore, but you would go to the relations.
Is Backpage the one they like fucking did there was a big human trafficking bust or whatever?
I guess so. There's something like that, you know. Which I was never, when I was doing that, like sometimes I would ask people like, you don't have like a pimp or anything, do you? You're like, no. Like, why the fuck would I like give somebody else my money?
Look at you, the fucking John with a heart of gold.
Right? I care. But yeah, you would go to like the relationships part, and then you would like, I forgot what else you would do. You would agree to certain things. You would just like put like, I agree.
Oh, like
to
the terms and conditions?
Whatever, yeah. Okay. And then all these pictures would pop up. And it's like, oh, fucking...
Sorry.
Fucking...
This time.
Fucking Shaquifa fucking like over here at fucking slow fucking whatever. And you click on it, and sometimes it would have their rates, you know, like their prices.
Oh. Fuck.
Like posted, but sometimes you'd have to text them. And
this is like weed maps for hookers.
Kinda. And then like they give you the number, and then you text them like, hey, and there's a certain like lingo you had to say. Like you couldn't just be like, hey.
Because it's illegal to be a prostitute. You can't just be like, hey, money for fuck.
Yeah, like no, you have to be, as soon as you like.
Well, what's the lingo? Give us.
It's more like, because they would say like what you want me to say, like, you know, give your name, ethnicity, whatever. It's funny, a lot of like prostitutes did not take like black people. Like
how would you know?
Because they said like no African Americans like all the time, like on their ads, like no
Dang.
No African
So
Americans.
these hookers are racist?
Well, no, because what I thought was like, you know, a lot of black people have big fat dicks and they don't want to fuck up their merchandise,
figured.
which is their twat.
I had a feeling that might be it.
So anyway, so on my birthday, 23rd birthday, he gave me money. Me, Matt, my friend Alonzo, and Manny, we went to Slow because I had like
San Luis Obispo.
Yes. Yeah. So they went to the skate park as I'm like, and it was funny on our way over there, like I was driving, right? And I was telling Matt like, hey, like do some research on these hookers right now. So he was like texting them for me.
Oh shit.
And we found a couple, and there's this one person that like I scared because I was scared too, because I don't know if I'm gonna be robbed or anything like that. Because my cousin,
it's gonna be some dude.
Yeah, like I've heard these like horror stories from like my cousin, all these things.
Horror stories, funny.
Horror, whatever. So I told her like, well, my friend are gonna come too, and that's where she's like, no, fuck you. And I was like, fucking shit, sorry, like blah 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 blah, like I'm new to this, like all this thing, like I don't, you know. And she's like, maybe I'll call you back, like fucking bitch. So I hit up somebody else. Her name was Cherry.
It's her probably Christian given name.
Yeah, it's funny. She had a cherry tattooed on her ass. So I left everybody at the skate park while I went and fucked a hooker, pretty much. So I met her at the Travelodge or somewhere like that. Somewhere in Slow.
Did you have to get a hotel room?
I didn't have to do shit. Like they rent out or rent, but they get a hotel and then they get their ads out and people just come to the room.
Oh, so they like have like this all fucking. They're like, I only work 3 days a week. I stay at a hotel Monday through Friday. That's fucking.
Well, they go up and down the coast, like from hotel to hotel. Like they'll stay here for a few days. Like they'll stay on their ad. Like I'm here for till so and so. Give me while you can, kind of thing. And then they go to the next spot because they don't want to stay there forever because then they'll
get busted.
Yeah.
Someone will have a make on them.
Yeah. So I show up there. I'm like texting this person like, where are you at? Like blah, 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 blah. I'm in this room. I'm going around this fucking hotel, walking around. And I'm like, look up and there's this window and there's this person like looking out the screen. And then she's like, looks at me and she's like that.
Oh shit.
And I'm like, this is fucking creepy. So I go up to the room and me being sober, Kale, like, you know, like
nervous.
But it was so fun though. Like, that's what started everything.
Oh shit.
That's what started everything. It was
you weren't doing anything fun.
It was exciting. It was fun. It was exciting. Like you get this like feeling like fuck, like
adrenaline. This
is gonna be you get this like form of like you're in like this like you're in like this like kung fu mode. Like you're like in this praying mantis mode that like, you know, whoever's gonna open the door right now, like it can either be like a 7-foot black dude about to rob you or your hooker.
He could be any color.
Yeah. So this person answers the door and like before I even said like, hi, how's it going? And then I immediately like went to the bathroom. I went in the closet. I looked behind the curtains and shit. And she's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, well, I'm making sure you don't have some fucking like big ass black fool about to rob me right now. And she's like, that doesn't happen. I'm like, fuck you, bitch. So nothing was around. So, you know, then like, all right. And it was fucking stupid. Like, there's like McDonald's bags all over the place and like other like underwear like around.
Kale, Jesus. Fuck.
So I did the deed, and it was funny because like I used these charged condoms. Like they're like a icy hot condom.
Okay. Icy hot condom. You mean fire and ice?
Yeah, no. But it was like charged, so it's kind of the same thing.
Okay.
So I'm porking this person, and like it's funny because like this like joke, but it's like a real thing that I was thinking about. Like, like this is like that was one of the first times where I really knew like I was like a good person. Like I've known I'm a good person, but like I knew I was like a genuine person because while I'm like fucking this person doggy style, like I was thinking like, dude, if I really wanted to, I can just punch her in the back of the fucking head and then knock her out and then fucking just take all her money and leave.
Kale.
And that's what went through my head. I'm like, dude, I am a good guy. I'm not that kind of person.
Those things go on in all of our heads. We don't say them out loud.
Whatever.
But that's why you're here. Thank you.
You know.
This is the point of the show.
So I'm like, oh, I'm a nice guy. You know, I got a hooker. I didn't rob her. You know, like, I'm all right. Because how vulnerable she is, and how, like, you're getting fucked, and, like, to a stranger.
Yeah, who
Turn
knows?
around, not even looking. Like, who's to say I can't just, like, fucking suplex your ass and choke you out and rob you?
Donkey puncher.
And what do you know, like, yeah. So, and it was funny because with a charged condom, I never used a condom like that before, so it was like burning. So as I'm fucking her, like, it's starting to, you know, burn or like have that sensation, and I'm like thinking in my head, like, fuck, dude, am I getting chlamydia like right now? like, is this like what it feels like to get gonorrhea?
You can cure both of those. Fuck it.
Yeah, but I mean, still same thing. She had the weirdest, like, she had one of the most fucked up twats I've seen.
I bet. I would imagine so.
Like, it just looked like, whatever. I'm not gonna put a mental picture in these people's minds.
Does it look like that? You're painting?
Kinda, if like the leaves were like fucking burnt bacon, like it's black.
Oh, okay. So you just had a darker skin.
It was kind of like, oh, that's fucked up. And her asshole looked kind of like, you can tell like when like a lot of like people like do anal and when people that don't. If you look at assholes, you know, like it's like. It's more like crumpled up, like more like a
more hemorrhoidy, like our assholes.
Well, hemorrhoids are on the inside. So if you were to crumple this piece of paper,
Okay.
that's kind of what her asshole looked like, and like wrapped it around your fingers.
So she had like cauliflower asshole.
A little bit. It looked, yeah, like how it was, like you can tell, like, huh, you've had a lot of shit in your ass.
Oh,
like,
I know what you're saying. I've seen porn. I know when their assholes get all lippy looking.
Yeah, like you can see like you notice like a tight asshole, and then you see an asshole that's like obviously it's been stretched out, and like the skin kind of just got too stretched, and now it like went back.
It kind of looks like the fruit cake or like the jello, the like circular jello, that, you know, like pan. You know what I mean? Like, no? Okay. Anyways.
I equated it to like, it looks like you have bubble gum in your ass, just because like your skin has like obviously been stretched to where like, and then when it goes back to normal, it's just like stretched out, so there's like this clump of skin that's like kind of protruding out of your ass.
Haven't you seen all of the feminists on the internet say that it's elastic and you can't get a loose vagina or asshole?
That's bullshit. It will go back, but like if you keep on fucking with it, it's gonna, you know.
It's a finite material. It is an organic material.
Fuck 'em,
I'd
dude.
imagine it will get a little messy.
Whatever. Fuck them. You can always tell it's not the same. You know, there could be damage to your thing. So it's funny because when I was done, my friends called me. He's like, "What's up? Did you send it?"
Yeah.
You know, because that was like that was a word a few years ago. Like, send it. Like, did you send it? And like, I did. They're like, no, you didn't. And I told the hooker chick, Cherry, to like, hey, can you tell them that I sent it? And then she grabbed the phone, like, yeah, he sent it. And then you just hear like, oh no. and then I ended it. And then when I left,
those are my neighbors.
Fucking people slapping their wives outside of your fucking.
Sometimes.
And that's where it all kind of went downhill a little bit. At least, or that's when that shit started. I was like, dude, this is my new thing.
Your new thing.
My new.
How long did this go on for?
Probably a month or two.
Oh, okay. That's just like some people just. Sometimes I watch the same movie.
I see it more
two.
as a binge.
A binge.
Like I was binge.
You just had a little hooker binge.
Hooker binge.
Who wouldn't do that? Who doesn't do that?
Thank God or whoever you believe in, because in those 2 months I spent probably like $3,000.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah, a lot of money. And it's funny. When you went to Dane, when you went to like Dane and Daniel's house, did you look at their refrigerator and see my list? Because I wrote down all of their names.
No,
and I gave it to them.
Maybe I did. I don't remember though. No,
I remember seeing it on Instagram. I remember seeing it on their Instagram that it was they had a magnet. They like stuck it onto their refrigerator. Because I remember at Daniel's old house, or where he was staying, I sat there and wrote down all their names, like all the people that
Dude, let's fucking text them and send us these fucking hilarious names.
Dude, you can text them right now, and like, you know, like, hey, send me a picture.
I don't really need to know the hookers' names.
You don't need to know the names, but just like that list.
How many? Like the fucking amount? Oh my god.
And it was a lot. I mean, it wasn't a lot, but I mean, like, it was a lot of money.
Listen, man, I would love to hear about every single one of them. Do you want to come back for round 3 at some point?
Please.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Because I know you have to do your thing, and I was like, "Fuck, dude." I know, because I'm like looking at you, like you're looking at the.
I'm just making sure this is keeping, because sometimes it likes to stop, but I am looking at the time. I'm not trying to rush you. I'm letting it. But yeah.
No, but please.
Fuck
fucking,
yeah,
because that's kind of like the thing that. Because last time I was like, oh, like let's have some like key things to talk about.
Yeah.
Because like not like I don't like. You know, just like chit chat and shooting the shit and stuff. But I was like, oh, let's have like some like key things to talk about.
Well, you had approached me at Matt's birthday celebration, the Matt Jam, about it when you were like running around with the bottle of tequila.
It was mezcal, baby.
Whatever.
But yeah, yeah, dude. Whenever you're free.
Fuck yeah, dude. We should skate first and then do it, or maybe we should just make a date out of it. Make a weekend out of it or something.
Yeah, fucking or
let's do it. Fuck it. Let's talk about it off air.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Fucking
all right,
let's
guys.
skate first and do all that shit.
This is the Bad Etiquette Podcast. This is my dear sweet friend Kale Nickelson. Go check out the YouTube page. Go like, rate, subscribe, share, and give us some fucking views. And I'll be back next week. This is the Bad Etiquette Podcast.
You have a YouTube page?
Where the fuck are you?